Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh, good.
I hardly felt a thing.
Was that an attempt at humor, Doctor? Certain levels of drollness are difficult for me to discern.
I'm gonna talk to Phineas. I doubt we can teleport. Festu traveler. Sprat.
Nice hit!
Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible?
Yes.
Have an idea of assistance. May luck... We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Let's do a new save. Not bubbles.
How about that?
Dread, you say?
I'm going.
Go! Go!
Take cover! Right on.
No!
Oh, we're dead. Nice. They got them electro beams.
No problem.
For your friend, just missed it.
Been practicing then. Not bad, huh?
I am...
Hey!
Go!
Yeah! Down they go!
intense force. Present login password to continue. Search the site for additional info. Search for the passcode. Got his weapon. What am I looking for? Oh, it's in the cyst peak. Hoping to Halcyon. For all 25 years too late. The board doesn't know what to do with the entire ship full of frozen colonists, and naturally they're going to leave them there. Corto's survival is impossible. They tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. Cellular regeneration over long-term hibernation is really just a question of thermodynamics. I'm quite confident if I can find ways to revive the Hope's colonists. Everyone's screaming and dying. The board finally discovered what I'd done and sent their head hunters to track me down. They'll never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right. The Hope's colonists can forgive me. Oh, we do go to Tartarus. Maybe Phineas is there. Confront Sophia. Person I barely know. So I guess he's being held on Tartarus.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I ain't exactly keen on busting into a prison, but riddling board stooges with bullets does sound like a ride and a half.
Breaking Phineas Wells out of a maximum security penitentiary. I can't think of a better lost cause to commit ourselves to.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth, but that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
With the free of any hope of saving the colony.
I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
We're doing it, everyone. Strap
If we
in.
don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Well, it's time to finish the game, I guess. It's about like the old stuff. Time to go to Tartarus, I suppose. Guess I'll make a save right now. Time to go to Tartarus. Let's assault the labyrinth on Tartarus and turn the fate of the Halcyon colony. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the prison, do it now before you cross this point over to Would you like to continue? Sure. Let's make another save.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Hell's with you people on landing violations.
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
If you're gonna kill me, why bother with a ticket?
Protocol is important, sir. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? Take care.
I really need to sleep. Well, well, well. Pretty sure they maximum hate me. Yeah.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe.
Wasting my time.
Push on, Mardat.
Protect the Groundbreaker! Take him down!
We're getting help from the Groundbreaker.
Down he goes.
Oh, I'm dying. Help!
Like you. Great. More paperwork.
Stay down, Hull.
Weapons are really bad for
This garbage out the airlock.
for TTD.
Sure never planned on seeing the inside of this place.
I've got
His one shot does all of the...
They lock me up. I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Why'd I lose Groundbreaker reputation? Oh, did I shoot one of them on accident?
Can't let you take all the glory here, bounty hunter.
I killed one of them. Something happened.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
In my sight.
Good shoot.
Watch a pro at work. Anyone else?
To shreds, you said? Ah! Moving.
I'm gonna get in their face! I can fight over!
Nailed him, Captain!
Pretty good weapon.
Got him! How about that? Thank you, Captain!
Everyone all right?
Shock Cannon Ultra. Try it out.
Make him regret it.
I'm gonna die. Okay. His shock cannon did more damage than mine. Like it, I like it. Okay, well, no shock cannon for us. Not a good idea. I think we lost... I think we accidentally killed someone with the N-ray damage. Because of, like, the exploding.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I reign. Push on, Mardat.
And we're alive.
Wasting my time.
Here we go.
I got him!
Somebody clean up this.
Mardet died.
Mardet! Open fire!
Ah, no, she's not dead.
Stay down, Hullhead.
Great. More paperwork.
That's the last of us.
Huh? Move along.
Can't let you take all the glory here, bounty hunter.
Sure never planned on seeing the inside of this place.
I've got to admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Okay, this time it's not butt rush.
Shooting to do, Captain.
Been practicing this. Not bad.
Down they go.
We did. Of course.
That's gonna leave a mark. Captain, no!
Brought to you by UDL. So they came in from behind me. I don't know where. So I need to figure that out. That's why we died.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's ours. The board will never own. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardet.
Somebody toss this garbage out the airlock.
What's that noise?
What was that? Put him down. What's that?
Nice work.
That's it! You're fading!
Stay down, Hullhead.
Wasting my time.
I got another
Stay
fight
down,
in me.
Hullhead.
Stay down, Hullhead.
Stay down, Hullhead.
What was it? Take him down.
Stay down, Hullhead.
Dump the body for the rest of
Let's go. Been practicing this. Anyone else?
Sure never planned on seeing the inside.
We can get here pretty easily. It's just getting past.
I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Don't hurt me, I'm a babby.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
They come from here.
Watch a pro at work. Just like that.
I am a storm. I'm going. Nothing like a good tussle.
Nothing like a good tussle. Oh, don't kill me. Not like this.
My kind of action. That was fun. Reds, you say? Sure. I got him. Not bad, huh? I am a sword.
Something's not wrong.
Ready.
I'll take this one!
I don't think we're gonna die.
How about that? Covering you! Captain! Take cover! Get him! This is
We're just gonna upgrade this. Do a lot of damage. I think the N rays are just killing me.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I reign. Push on, Mardad.
Dump the bodies. Take them down.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Well, that's how it's done, Captain.
Hull head.
Processing data.
Thought I saw something.
Oh, you are in for it now.
Nail him, Captain!
That's the last of them.
Somebody clean up this mess.
Stay down, Hullhead.
What was that? Protect the Groundbreaker! Take him down!
Here they come.
Groundbreaker doesn't need trash like you.
Okay, well, round 3.
Gotta admit, I'm not too keen.
Why gotta be hard like this?
They lock me up. I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain. Moving.
Works surprisingly well.
Don't mess with us.
On my way.
Coming!
Where'd they come from? I just looked and all of a sudden I was being meleeed. Oh god.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardet.
Dead on.
That's the last of them.
Thought I saw something. Attack! Don't get down!
Here we go.
No pressure!
Catch yourself up.
Wow, 2 shots and I died.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardet.
Like you.
Nice and easy.
What was that? I'd better take a look.
This'll be fun.
Nice one.
Don't mess with us.
Incoming. That armor. To shreds, you say? They won't try that again.
Stay down, hullhead.
Stay down, hullhead.
Round 4 or 5, I've forgotten at this point.
I'm walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again.
First part's easy, it's just when it starts to open up is when it gets more difficult. Any drugs that will help
Nice
me?
of them to leave us a few options. They got the drop on us. You got him!
Here we go!
Open fire!
Nice hit!
That's gonna leave a mark!
Here I go!
Out of ammo! Reloading!
Take cover!
And they came in behind us that time. Like a 50% chance that they come in behind us. It's fucking stupid.
Boys, take you!
Didn't even get our hands dirty.
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardad.
The Groundbreaker!
This is a joke. Ba-da-da-da-da.
They're in my sight.
Nice one. The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn.
Watch it!
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on!
I'll take this one!
That's the last of him.
Wasting my time.
Wasting my time.
Here we go!
I can deal with this one! I'm out! Reload!
I'm going!
Somebody toss that garbage up here. Watch what you're doing, ballhead. Great. More paperwork. Waste of company ammo.
I need to never turn my back to you.
There's garbage up here.
Sure never planned on seeing the inside of this place.
I've got to admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Round 6, I suppose.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
Down they go! Bullseye! I got another fight in me. Okay. Here we go!
No business! Moving in!
Here we go! Not bad, huh? Keeping you!
Here I go.
Alright, at least this gives me an autosave. Get the dick.
Oh, you are in for it now. Got him. Roundhouse done.
My kind of action. That was fun.
I am a sword.
Nice one.
Reloading.
That's the last of them.
Hey, we're making progress.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Welcome to the Iconoclast, asshole.
Take him down.
Iconoclasts are helping.
There's the cat. Down they go.
Here I go. You're going to sell your shit for beer money. Take him down. Yeah, that's how we fight. Reloading. No! Let's show him what for. Looks like your path's at an end.
Making tracks. Mess them up.
Nice shot, Captain.
I got him.
The combo.
To shreds, you say?
Grab a steak. Yeah.
I be thirsty.
Down they go.
Incoming! Attack! We got no!
Run, Captain. Hey. Making tracks. Watch a pro at work.
You fall into our trap.
Covering it! Nice!
Who's ready for more?
Gives me 84 armor. Damn, son. Gives me 54, which is not that much better.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. Ah, and the wayward doctor. Are you about done with your escapades? We have faces that need lifting, after all.
These days, I'm more interested in breaking them. Wouldn't mind taking a swing at yours.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in him.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Get out of my way, Rockwell.
I'm not in your way, you dullard. You talk to me. You want to go die in a blaze of glory? Be my guest. Besides, I don't know what you think you're doing here, but Sophia's doing good work up there with Phineas. Your efforts will be in vain.
Guess we'll see what happens when we get to Phineas.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight!
Waste of company ammo.
Searching for unauthorized.
Here we go!
Nailed him, Captain!
That's the last of him.
Right, dissident.
Stay down. Waste of company ammo.
I just earned a fine bonus.
As long as I kill people, I gain health, so.
Take a breath now, folks. Once we're up there, I suspect we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Probably. It's probably gonna be the hardest part.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Sober, Sophia.
I'm afraid I can't do that. You're a natural leader, Captain. The loyalty of your crew is beyond reproach. Here they are, following you to the bitter end. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy.
Here for Phineas, let him go.
You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
Let's talk about it.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parlay with me.
Don't want to fight you, Sophia. You're one of the rational people left. I need intimidate and
Anyone with eyes can see that you're talented, Captain. I only wish you'd used your talents for good. You wander the system, doing as you please, answering to no one. Your mere existence throws Halcyon into chaos. I simply can't have that.
Halcyon is changing. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's time to let go.
I'm keeping this colony from falling over the edge of dissolution with my own 2 hands. And you want me to let go? No. The answer is no. You had so much potential. I would have put your talents to good use. I would have made you wealthy beyond belief.
Got it. No interest in being anybody's lackey.
We all serve something, Captain. A person, an ideal, a duty. I tried to give you a cause worthy of your talents.
No, you didn't.
You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Funny you should say that because the chairman was just telling me this is all your fault.
Rockwell said that. Chairman Rockwell? That's absurd. You're lying. This is another one of your tricks. I've been the chairman's most reliable associate.
Sophie's been overstepping her bounds. His words, not mine.
Sophie? That insufferable, arrogant twit. After all I've done for him, I have given the chairman nothing less than a lifetime of loyal, honorable service. And this is how he repays me. By leaving me twisting in the wind.
Everybody is disposable to the board, Sophia, even you.
Enough. I'm not going to stand here bickering with you. I was expecting the chairman's support, but I'll have to do without. I haven't given up on the program yet. You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this. I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational. I can still put a stop to you.
I destroyed your experiments in the ministry. Your plan's never going to work.
Yes, I'm quite aware of your brazen act of corporate vandalism. By the way, those test subjects you killed, they died in agony. My scientists assure me they can recover the data you've destroyed. You've succeeded in temporarily delaying our research. Nothing more.
The experiment was badly engineered. Any data you're collecting is wrong.
That isn't true. It can't be. You're trying to manipulate me. That experiment was absolutely essential to the program. My scientists assured me they were close to a breakthrough. They gave me their word.
What's wrong, Sophia? Not used to be lied by your own experts.
Don't you mock me. I won't stand here listening to you gloat. We're going to have to start all over again. All that research, all those experiments. You've set us back decades. I don't see any reason to continue arguing with you. I know when I'm beaten. The only thing left to do is surrender with dignity. Congratulations, Captain. You've outplayed me. I accept your terms and will return Dr. Wells to your care.
Okay, we can settle this without
I
violence.
just hope you've made the right decision. The fate of the colony is in your hands now. I bid you farewell, Captain.
El Captain. Where am I going to? Oh no. Are they below me or?
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You must have said something to get under Akande's skin. She's gone, and I don't think she's coming back. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
They never stood a chance against me.
All in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
I don't like the sound of that, Scoop.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work out of us.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
I'll help you revive the other colonists.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence further cemented Ellie's perspective. She understood she could never truly rely on others, so she set about making sure she wouldn't have to. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She enjoyed a long and infamous career running missions across the system. Some of them were even legal. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales, Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. It was widely suspected that Sophia Akande was the true power behind Chairman Rockwell. However, after the riots on Tartarus, she was never again seen in the colony. Various theories circulated as to her fate. Some believed she boarded an interstellar ship capable of journeying to a distant colony. Others believe she died trying to escape Tartarus. Some few suggest she fled to Monarch, where she continued to live among a small band of loyalists. There is another theory, which suggests that Sophia's encounter with you changed her, and she deliberately retreated from public view, but continued supporting the colony in secret. When Dr. Wells began reviving the Hope's colonists, he found himself with a sudden windfall of additional supplies and resources, courtesy of an anonymous donor. If Wells knew who his supplier was, he never told a soul. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
I have done it. I am the gamer boy. So, I guess like the only thing I really did wrong was taking the power from the big town in the beginning of the game. But someone had to lose power.
Someone had to die, I guess.
Either the deserters that want to live a free life, or the townspeople that were just mindless workers. Well, I enjoyed The Outer Worlds. I hope y'all did too. If you liked it, you can follow or subscribe or whatever. Follow me on whatever. And I'll talk to you later.